another part of our beginner series, and I actually lost count of it, so I have to look that up when I upload the video. But today we are doing a halo eye, and the palette that I will be using is the Carnival 5 from Be Perfect, because it's one of the palettes that I just haven't used in a while. So this is the halo eye. The thing is, we don't even need to look at the color wheel or so. This is going to be a really quick one, because a halo eye follows a very simple structure. Dark, light, dark. That's it. That's the halo. You want to have something contrasty. You can do this contrast when you stay monochromatic. That means if we look at the color wheel, you know, this one row, basically you would pair a color from the outer part of your color wheel with the most inner part of your color wheel. You can do a very cohesive look by adding the colors left and right from your main color. Or you can also do a complementary halo eye. The only thing you have to just look out for that your halo in the center should ideal be a glimmer color, a shitter color, oh my god, a metallic color, or as I did with a glitter today. But the secret behind halo eye is contrast. You want to have a very harsh contrast between the inner and outer third and that inner part of your eyelid. So let's head over to the tutorial. I don't know if I said it in the intro, but the palette we are going to use for our halo eye today is the Be Perfect Carnival 5. First of all, because this has a variation of colors, like this is like your typical rainbow palette, but with a great twist here. And I also checked on my Excel spreadsheet and was clicking what palette haven't I used this year once. And it's it's this one. So this can work for a beautiful halo eye, and at this point, I don't know what I am going to do, so I think a classic black and silver halo is too easy. I feel a bit colorful. You know what? We're doing a purple halo eye. The thing with halo eyes is, in my opinion, they're easier to do than a classic eye, because you just have to follow the stripe rule, you know, dark, light, dark, and that's basically it. So what I will do, I'm starting with the shade Spacewalk. And since with a halo eye, you are kind of more precise in application, I'm using a dense pencil brush, and I apply this shade just like that on the outer quarter part, just a tiny bit. And I also apply this shade directly in the inner quarter of the lid. If you have never used Be Perfect eyeshadows, I highly recommend checking them out, especially, or only, their Carnival palettes, because the other palettes I feel like are bullshit. I'm now taking another pencil brush and I'm going into the shade Light Year. This is a light purple, and I tap Light Year on the border basically of this dark shade, so that we are able to create kind of a gradient in color. But you don't have to blend yet, just a bit of tapping. Make sure that the inner part of your lid, like that area that you want to do for the halo, basically, is haloing a word? So the area that you want to halo on your eye, that should be bare, or mainly bare. I'm now tapping into the shade Fiction, which is this beautiful pink, very light pastel pink. And I use a flimsy but pointy brush, and I just used this shade to blend through the crease a bit and on top of the darker shades. To me, a halo eye specifically is one of the eye looks that you should do before face, because it can go really messy. I'm going back into Light Year a bit, and I just deepen up this crease part the tiniest bit. I'm also going back into Spacewalk, and I bring some of the darkness back that I accidentally blended away a bit. You know, while with a cat eye or with a classic eye, you try to create a shape or form that is tiny bit elongating. With a halo eye, you basically stay in this round area. So I apply now glitter glue in the center, basically everywhere where I want to have my halo. And you can use 2 or 3 shimmers depending on the lid space for your halo. I will stay with one, and I will go into Milky Way, and that is a glitter. It's so pretty. And what you do is you basically just fill in the center of your halo. And it does not matter if you go on top of the borders a bit. We can correct that in a second so that you also have a gradient from matte to shimmer. What I personally love to do is I take a bit of my halo also above the crease, like that. So that when I have my eyes open, just like normal, there's still a bit visible on top of it. And I have so much fallout, but I don't care because I can flick it off. I'm using a bit of the light year shade and I just slightly tap on the borders again. And then I go back in with some of the Milky Way shade because I just applied a bit too much. At this point, it's basically just all about adjusting the colors and the gradients by just constantly tapping over the edges to create more of a seamless blend. It can be helpful to use two different shimmers for your halo eye to basically not have to do this, because when you do a like darker shimmer on the like outsides of your halo and then the lighter on the insides, it's a bit easier to blend. But I think that's good as it is. So for the lower lash line, you can either do the exact same thing, that means dark, light, dark, or you can also do like a all one color blend. Like personally, it depends always on how I'm feeling that day. And today I'm feeling like light, dark, light. So what I do is I take the darkest shade, wait, which one was it? Oh, Spacewalk. And I take it on a very, very pointy brush and I smudge that on the same area so that when I close my eyes that we have kind of blocked areas with this color. And since this area is so small, I also slightly flick it in the center instead of using another shade to blend that in. A halo eye is one of those few occasions where I also apply my glitter glue not only on the upper lid, I also take a very small brush and I apply the glitter glue in the center and wherever I want to have my glitter, because otherwise it might ruin your whole look, since you know the face is done halfway, so why should I ruin that now? And I'm now using again that Milky Way shade and I very, very gently try to pat that basically underneath the lashes, if that makes sense. I hope it does. It's super hard to do that on camera actually. And what I like to do is I do drag that a bit so that I have a similar vibe going on, like that. The big discussion, inner corner highlight or not for halo eye, technically not, because you would disturb the dark light dark pattern, but I am just a sucker for inner corner highlight. But I thought I'd take a translucent glitter, maybe that is not as harsh. So since we are purple, I think I'm going in with the hottest shade from Slay Fire Cosmetics. Yeah, let's take hottest because this is basically the same shade as Houdini from Lemonhead LA. And if you watched Euphoria, Houdini is the shade that is this purple glitchy shade. And Slay Fire Cosmetics has something similar, but it's called Hottest in their line. I could also use Tonic. It's basically the same, but with finer glitter specks. But no, we will stay with Hottest. I haven't used these in a hot minute because I just kind of stopped using glitter gels, but I want to be back into a glitter inner corner. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Just like that. Perfect. It shifts more blue than purple, but that's fine. When I blended, I did apply the tiniest amount of that dark purple on the inner corner so that I have a bit of a base going on there. And I really have to hold myself back to not drag it in the crease and along the lower lash line. Just staying on the inner part. And that's it for our halo eye. I hope you liked it. I hope it was helpful. I'm not too sure which one we will do next. I thought of maybe doing a complementary eye. Let me know what you want to see next, because I think we're not really done with the eye stuff. Please keep in mind, I will not do a liner thing because I'm just myself way too bad at doing eyeliner. So besides that, what are your wishes for eye look tutorials in depth, like in this beginner series, that you would like to see next? Don't forget to check out the info box and all the fun links, and I will see you in the next video.